Regrettable that it appears that there are now two parliamentary candidates who have bet on the date of the election. That's unacceptable behaviour. People shouldn't be using, if the allegations are correct, privileged inside information in this way. But I think it's important to recognise that an investigation is ongoing, and so I can't say anything conclusive until that investigation is ongoing. But I think we're talking here about two individuals rather than anything more widespread.
Okay, have you suspended the candidates being investigated? Has the party? And if not, why not?
My understanding is that there's an investigation ongoing in both cases. The Gambling Commission is looking at this, but there's been no formal arrest or charge, so far as I know, and unless and until there is, then it's obviously right that people should enjoy the benefit of whatever doubt there is.
Do you recognise it's a problem for the party if people are allowed to carry on campaigning when they are under investigation over this, that it's damaging?
Well, obviously, it's a very far from ideal situation when you've got people who've acknowledged that they've behaved in this way. It's deeply regrettable, but while there's a process going on, an investigation going on, I can't say anything definitive. I can tell you how unhappy I am, and I know that there are lots of candidates out there who are deeply unhappy at this, and of course there'll be members of the public who will be, looking on with a mixture of surprise and consternation. But there's a process, and we've got to allow that process to conclude.
Let me put it another way. Do you think that they should stand back and step down for the good of the party?
Look, I can't make a conclusion about exactly what should happen in each case. I suspect voters will form their own views, but it's not for me to determine what should happen in these individual cases, other than to say what I've said to you, Beth, and what I would say to anyone, which is that people just shouldn't behave in this way.
It's now emerged, just finally, that Tony Lee, the Conservative Party's campaign director, has taken a leave of absence because he is married to Laura Saunders, one of those candidates under investigation. What do you think of that? I mean, it looks... Well, how do you think it looks?
Well, I can tell how the world will think it looks, which is not great. But, I can't get into... I can't know what conversations were had with whom at what time. That is quite properly being investigated now. How does it look? Well, as I say, you and others looking at this will, I'm sure, be doing much more than just raising an eyebrow. But it's important for me and for all the candidates out there that while we acknowledge that this is not great, that we concentrate on the real issues in this campaign, and that we talk to voters about the choice between Keir Starmer and Rishi Sunak. So I won't run away from the fact that these are deeply regrettable actions, but I think that we have a responsibility towards voters to ensure that the debate goes on, even as we acknowledge that this is very, very far from satisfactory behaviour.
You've been an MP since 2005. You've ever seen anything like this? You've done a few campaigns.
Odd things happen in campaigns, odd things happen in politics. There are very human lapses by individuals. My view is, let the process take its course, and be properly critical of people who've made mistakes, and then in the fullness of time, hope that they can find forgiveness.